Welcome to ICRO. Now we will continue with our integration lectures, and in this particular lecture we will start integration that involved trigonometric terms. Yes, student A. So, should we are we going to study all the trigonometric terms like sine theta, cos theta, sec theta, tan theta, numerator, denominator, degree? Actually, one should note that integration of everything is not possible. So only those particular trigonometric terms for which the integration is possible and which are the standard form we will study in the theoretical part, and then use your logic to solve any question which can be solved, any question of integration using your logic and reducing it to the standard form which I'm going to teach you in the lectures. So in the lectures, in the theoretical part, we will teach only the standard forms for which we have certain particular interesting and unique methods. And your job is to analyze any particular question and reduce into the standard form. Okay, let's start with the trigonometry terms, and we will start with the sine theta and cos theta in the numerator in the simplest form. And this is the simplest form where I have in denominator cos x and sin x, and then I have coefficient of cos x and sin x, and I don't have anything else neither in the numerator nor in the denominator, only a cos x plus b sin x. And what is the method for this? The main purpose is to reduce into the simpler form and into the forms previous to this which we have told you in the previous lectures. So I try to reduce into the simpler form, or you can say a single form, a single trigonometric term. So a cos x plus b sin x, everybody knows that I can convert into one sine function like sine a plus b or cos of a plus b. And how to do that? I just divide by square root of coefficient of x square, sorry, cos of x square and sin of x square, and divide and multiply by this thing. So here I am going to divide and multiply by square root of a square plus b square in the denominator, that is coefficient of cos of x square and coefficient of sin of x square, and then take square root of that. Why I am doing that? Because this whole thing, this will become either sine of theta or cos of theta. If this becomes sine theta, then this will become cos theta. We know that I can form a triangle with perpendicular as A. I can do other way around also, but I am taking perpendicular as A and the base is B and the hypotenuse is square root of A square plus B square, and suppose this angle is alpha, then what is my sine alpha? My sine alpha will be A upon under root of A square plus B square. So this becomes my sine of alpha. Similarly, my cos alpha will be B upon hypotenuse. So this will be my cos of alpha. So this is the way I am doing to simplify this. So I will have my sine alpha is equal to A upon this hypotenuse, and cos alpha will be B upon hypotenuse. So I put the value of this sine alpha and cos alpha in this equation. So this will become sine alpha and this will become cos alpha, and then I have the formula sin alpha cos x plus cos alpha sin x, which I know that it is sin of x plus alpha or sin of alpha plus x. So I have this, if I reduce this, this becomes like this, and if I further simplify, this becomes 1 upon under root of a square plus b square and integration of 1 upon sin of x plus alpha. And 1 upon sin is cosec, and integration of cosec, I know that it is log of modulus of cosec x minus cot x. So cosec x plus alpha minus cot of x plus alpha. And I also know that this thing further can be solved. This cosec x minus x plus alpha minus of cot x plus alpha can be further simplified, and it becomes log of tan of x plus alpha by 2. So these are the standard form of the integration. We have seen that there are 17 standard, so I have converted into one of the 17 standard, and for which the answer I directly know. Okay, so this was the first form, and the method was to convert into one single trigonometric term. Now let's see the second form. Here in denominator I have an extra constant term. this constant term is extra. Because of this, I cannot reduce this part. I can reduce, but it's not useful. I cannot simplify this further. So I am not going to convert this thing in one single trigonometric term because this will not going to work. So I have to use another technique for this. And the technique for this is that I will convert this cos of x and sin of x into one common trigonometric term, and that is the tan of x by 2. So I convert cos of x in tan of x by 2 is equal to cos of x is 1 minus tan square x by 2 upon 1 plus tan square x by 2, and simplify further because 1 plus tan square x by 2 in denominator becomes sec square x by 2. Similarly, sin of x is in terms of tan x by 2 is 2 tan x by 2 upon 1 plus tan square x by 2, and gets simplified is equal to 2 tan x by 2 upon sec square x by 2. Now I put the value of cos of x and sin of x in the equation. So my equation becomes this cos of x, if I put here, so I'm going to put this cos of x here, and this sin of x I'm going to put here, and finally I get this result. And if I simplify further, and I simplify further, take the LCM and take the numerator, so I have sec square x by 2 in the numerator, and the denominator if I simplified I get this particular relation, this particular expression. Then I have everything in denominator as tan of x by 2 except this. This is in sec, but this is a tan and this is a tan. So I will convert this thing also in tan. So if I convert this thing also in tan, this becomes 1 plus tan square x by 2, and everything else is in tan. So what can I do? Anybody? This is simple. That is what, and the purpose for my doing was also to achieve something like this. So what is my next step? Yes, student B. So in the denominator I have everywhere tan of x by 2, and the numerator I have sec square x by 2. So I will put tan of x by 2 is equal to t. So the whole denominator sec square x by 2 dx becomes dt. Yeah, that's simple, and that is what I was actually looking for. I wanted this. That is the reason I converted into this particular expression. So if I put tan of x by 2 is equal to t, then half sec square x by 2 dx will becomes dt. Why half? Because I have x by 2 here, so I will get another half. Then this thing becomes dt, so this whole thing becomes dt, and everywhere this becomes t. So I will have an expression like this where it is 1 by q form, because in denominator I have quadratic form. So this becomes 1 by q form, and anybody can tell me what is 1 by q form? Yes or? Yes, student A. So 1 by q form converts either into 1 by a tan inverse or 1 by 2 a log form. Yeah, that's true. So 1 by q always converts into two forms, either to two forms depending on the plus minus sign of the x square. So it converts either into 1 by tan inverse form or 1 by 2 a log form. Yeah, that's true. So this was how I'm going to do. So whenever I have in denominator cos x plus b sin x and another constant term, then the trick is that convert both cos of x and sin of x in tan of x by 2, so that the things, this is the standard way. There might be other ways, but this is the so far the proven simplest technique. So convert this. You have to remember this. You have to memorize this so that you can do the things faster. So the standard methods you have to memorize. Now again, here I have the expression in denominator which we have solved, and similar expression in numerator. So this thing is also very easy. What I am going to do, that I am going to convert this thing into the previous forms, the a and b form which we have solved, the previous forms. So what I am going to do, anybody can help me how to proceed for this particular question? Yes, will be. So I have in numerator I have cos x sin x constant, and also denominator same thing. So I can express the numerator in terms of denominator, so that things get simplified and I can convert into the previous forms. Yeah, exactly. So I will express numerator in terms of denominator like this. Numerator is equal to constant into denominator plus another constant into differentiation of denominator plus constant, another constant. So because everything is in cosec and sin x, and also I know that the differentiation of denominator is also in cosec sin x. So this will work. So that is see an example. So in numerator I have something in terms of cosec sin x and also in denominator. So I will express numerator as a times denominator and b times denominator dash. I will differentiate this denominator and another constant. So what will happen? It will be like this. After differentiating this minus cos x, this becomes sin of x, and the differential sin of x is cos of x. Okay. Then we will compare the coefficients of cos of x, sin of x, and the constant to get the values of the a, b, and c. So I compare the coefficient of cos of x and I compare the coefficient of sin of x and constant. So from here I get values of 1. My cos of x, coefficient of cos of x is 1, and sin of x is 2, and constant is 2. And if I compare and I solve, I get the values of a, b, and c. So my b is 3 by 2, a is 1 by 2, and c is 1. So if I simplify further, this becomes a denominator by denominator, then plus b differentiate denominator upon denominator, and c denominator in 1 upon denominator. So what is the integration of first? It is very easy because denominator gets cancelled and I have only integration of dx. Then I put this as I2 and I put this as I3. So let me solve this I2, and this is very easy. If I put denominator as t, then my denominator dash dx whole thing becomes dt. So I have this integration as integration of dt upon t, and integration of this is log of t. So I have b ln of t plus c. And what about my I3? My I3 is integration of 1 upon denominator. So what is my denominator? Minus of cos x plus sin x plus 2. And what I'm going to do, this is my b form where I have extra constant minus cos x plus sin x plus 2. I have an extra constant 2 here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this thing in terms of tan of x by 2 and sin of x in terms of tan of x by 2. So this cos x is this becomes like this. Further sin of x is 2 tan x by 2 upon 1 plus tan square x by 2. It gets simplified to this particular term. And I substitute the value of cos of x and sin of x in the integration. So what I get here, this is my cos of x, this is my sin of x, and if I simplify further, this becomes this can be simplified as this. And again, in denominator I can convert everything tan of x. This thing is in sec square, so I convert into tan square like this. So everything is in terms of tan of x in the denominator. This is my tan, and this is my sec square. And the substitution for this is put tan of x by 2 is equal to t. So sec square x by 2 dx becomes dt. Okay, so put tan of x by 2 is d, and half sec square x by 2 dx becomes dt. So this gets reduced to a simpler form. Integration of 2 dt upon 3t square plus 2t plus 1. So I have a quadratic term in denominator. How to simplify this? Can anybody help me? Let anybody solve this completely, because we have done this thing in the previous classes, and this is 1 by q form. So one of you told me that it will convert into tan inverse or log form. So which particular form it get converted, and can you solve me completely for this? Yes, student J. Sir, I have solved this. It becomes like this. Can you show me? Yeah, okay. So what I do, I will take out 2 common out from the numerator and 3 from the denominator, so that in denominator I have t square plus 2 by 3t plus 1 by 3. Now I can make it perfect square. a perfect square is a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I have, for my a square I have t square. Then I reduce the second term, simplify the second term as 2ab as 2 into t. Then I have 1 by 3 out. So my a is t and my b is 1 by 3. So my b square will be 1 by 3 square, that is 1 by 9. So in the I will add 1 by 9 and subtract minus 1 by 9. So I will plus 1 by 9 and minus 1 by 9, so that I have a perfect square of t plus 1 by 3 whole square, and it gets simplifies to t plus 1 by 3 whole square plus 2 by 9, and it is of the form tan inverse, because it is of the form 1 upon x square plus a square, and integration of this is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to do, as you have done, that I'll take out 2 common out and 3 from the denominator, and my perfect square becomes t plus 1 by 3 whole square plus 2 by 9, and it is of the form 1 by a tan inverse x by a. And what is my a? My a is square root of 2 by 9. This is my a, and this is my x square plus a square. So, and it gets simplified as 1 by a. So this is my a, 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus constant. Okay, now this is my last form with cos x sin x and in the denominator, and in this particular form I have all degree 2 and a constant. So what I have here, I have cos square or sin square or sin of cos x. So here degree 2, here degree 2, and also degree 2, because 1 into 1 is degree 2, and I can also have a constant. I may not have a constant, but even if I have constant, I can use the same method. And the method for this is, you have to remember that I have to multiply and divide by sec square x in the numerator and the denominator. This is the method. You have to remember that whenever I have a degree 2 with constant in the denominator, then I have to multiply and divide by sec square, and you will see how simple it becomes. So it becomes like this. Now cos square x into sec square x, this becomes 1, so I have a 1 here. Then sec square x into sin square x becomes sin square x upon cos square x, so this becomes tan square x. And sec square x into sin x cos x, so 1 sec x gets cancelled with this, and sin x into sec x becomes tan of x, so I have tan of x here, and sec square x with d. So everything in denominator can be converted into terms of tan x. This sec square x can also be converted into terms of tan of x. So I get here everything in terms of tan of x in denominator, and numerator I have sec square x. So the substitution for this is tan of x is equal to t. So sec square x dx becomes dt, and I get 1 by q form, and I know that integration of 1 by q form is either 1 by tan inverse or 1 by 2a log form. So with this we end with our integration that has cos of x, sin of x, or degree 2 cos of x sin x in the numerator as well as in denominator. So we had studied 4 forms. In the first form we do not have any constant, we have only cos of x and sin of x in denominator, and the method was to convert into single term. Second thing, I had a constant also, then I will convert cos of x and sin of x in terms of tan of x by 2. In the third form, I have both in numerator and denominator cos x and x, so I express numerator in terms of denominator. And in the fourth form, I have degree 2 equation in denominator plus a constant, cos square x, sin x cos x plus constant. And the method was to multiply and divide by sec square x. With this, we end our trigonometric term that involve only cos of x and sin x in the numerator denominator expression. We'll continue with our trigonometric terms in the next lectures. So, okay, I hope everybody enjoyed. With this, we end and we continue with the further trigonometric terms. Till then, see you.